Rushed, Justin Bieber describes his decision to marry Hailey Baldwin. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel HereLuxLife. If we talk about power couples, then the name Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin crosses our time. In today's video, we will talk about how Justin Bieber responded to his decision on rushing to get married to Hailey Baldwin. There is a common notion about marriage for men, which includes happy wife, happy life. Justin Bieber accepts that his late evenings and their heartlessly achieved overabundances are behind him. In their place, as of now, the innumerable unsure long periods of marriage loosen up, an honorary pathway hung like an extremely strong rope. Bieber left Hoffman's Napa Valley grounds and traveled to Seattle, where he joined his better half, the model and TV moderator Hailey Bieber. They had a gathering with a marriage mentor suggested by their old buddy and minister Judah Smith, and afterward headed to Suncadia. In this Timberland resort, the Smiths haven't ended a week home. Hailey, in an interview, said that the main concept of marriage is exceptionally hard, and that is the sentence one should lead with. Hailey tried to explain how the concept of marriage can be really tricky, and one has to take every step very carefully. It's extremely difficult to go through that decision. Particularly not that simple when everybody on the web executes her for a wedding this youthful. Then at that point, it was the moment at which the model chose to implore after getting no enthusiasm for her marriage. However, both Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin rushed to get married. The couple, who got hitched at a lower Manhattan town hall following a 12-week sentiment with regards to an almost 10-year kinship, and who are as yet concluding designs for a genuine wedding, sit next to each other on the parlor couch in the curiously large and costly perspiration furnishings that address their common style. However, the design shifts as indicated by Justin's anxious maneuverings. Hence, no sooner has he gotten comfortable than he bounces up to do a little dance, and he moves over the couch, presses among Hailey and the support, and encloses her in his arms. Next, he twirls his body around and places his head in her lap. Then, at that point, hops up once more, washes her neck in kisses, and murmurs charms and makes her realize how astonishing she is. Guess what? Justin Bieber further said that it was difficult for him to do each thing in turn before shocking himself out of his dream. However, he said that he was so happy overall that his tooth-filled grin was like a guide. The romantic tale of the beautiful hitched couple Hailey Baldwin and Justin Bieber is standout. It is grounded now that Hailey met Justin interestingly as one of the tween fangirls. Uncle Alec Baldwin had coordinated the tickets. Hailey was 13 and Justin was 15, and they say the age hole was odd for those initial years. Be that as it may, they in the end reassociated at a Hillsong faith gathering, as Hailey would have it, and she said that. One day, Justin strolled into Hillsong and said, "Hello, you got more established." She further added that her reply was, "Better believe it. What's going on?" Over time, he turned into her best companion as a person. She was going around with him as his home slice. However, they weren't hanging out romantically. They dated for a brief period around 3 years prior, albeit both suggest some sort of disloyalty happened to end things rashly. Yet, in the wake of reconnecting at one more megachurch administration in 2018, they immediately fell back in affection. Hailey at that moment said that the shared factor she guaranteed was consistently church, and also by then, they were past all the dramatization and stories that rolled around over the years. She just gave him an embrace. Before finishing the gathering, he remarked that they would not be companions, and Hailey didn't reply much to it. However, fate had different decisions to make, and they got engaged within a month or so. From their youth fellowship to a teenager's throw to being locked in the wake of going through a couple of separations to getting really hitched one fine day, the youthful couple certainly shares some true-to-life romantic tales. In their first Authority, Meet as a Married Couple to a famous magazine, they got genuine and spilled some tea on their relationship, as Hailey tells. Moreover, the couple faces issues identified with the matter from their first separation that happened 2 years prior. Truly, the pair actually looks for treatment to mend their relationship. The greatest disclosure goes to the part as they shed light on why the pair, still in their mid-20s, hurried to get hitched distinctly in under 4 months of dating is mainly because Justin couldn't stand by always to have intercourse. Justin Bieber sealed the deal with Hailey Baldwin following a short 2-month visit from PDA. The pair were seen making out in Brooklyn's Domino Park, going to chapel in Miami, snatching in the Hamptons, and getting occupied with the Bahamas. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin truly hurried into marriage. In a February 2019 meeting with Vogue, the artist revealed that their inspiration was undoubtedly somewhat to do with his self-inflicted abstinence. From an external perspective, Justin and Hailey glanced happily enamored, the sort of superstar couple who, for lack of better words, tracked down one another compellingly yummy. Many people anticipated the beloved companions who initially met in 2009 when Baldwin was around 12 or 13 years of age to consume brilliantly. However, they wear out quickly. The pair's first year of marriage wasn't what anybody expected, including themselves. When Justin Bieber settled down with Hailey Baldwin, he was at a junction, attempting to grow up after adolescence brought him to the center of attention. While it may seem like the couple got hitched in a hurricane, the dating hypothesis stems as far back as 2014. Battling is acceptable, Bieber told the magazine. He further added that even the Bible discusses honorable outrage, and the world would prefer not to lose one another. The main motive of everyone is to prefer not to say some unacceptable thing, and there should be less battling with arises due to less communication of feelings, which has been making everyone totally insane because the world needs to articulate their thoughts. Justin Bieber has at last discovered himself, just as Bieber's freshest collection goes about as a vessel for the craftsman to communicate what for him love implies a topic that has followed him all through his profession. However, it appears he has had the option to catch all that he has implanted in the past with this new collection. Accordingly, Justice may be one of Bieber's ideals, a genuine masterpiece produced by adoration. When the couple reconnected last June, Justin was over a year into a self-inflicted residency of abstinence. He had what he calls an authentic issue with sex. It was his leftover bad habit, a dependence that had since a long-time age stopped to give him any delight. He chose that not engaging in sexual relations was a way for him to feel nearer to God. Justin said to the world that God doesn't ask us not to engage in sexual relations for him since he needs rules, and God resembles an attempt to shield the world from hurt and agony. Justin said that he figured sex could cause a ton of torment. At times, individuals engage in sexual relations since they don't feel adequate, since they need self-esteem. Ladies do that, and folks do that. He needed to rededicate himself to God in that manner since he truly felt it was better for the state of his personal spirit. Furthermore, he accepts that God favored him with Hailey, therefore. There are advantages. People have hypothesized that Justin and Hailey wedded because she got pregnant, which is bogus. No infants for something like a few years. Hailey says. Justin concedes that while a longing at last to have intercourse was one explanation they sped to the town hall, it was by all accounts not the only explanation. Justin said that when he saw her, he just failed to remember the amount he adored her and the amount he missed her and the amount of a positive effect she made on his life. One thing they have learned is that they are really glad home buddies. They like to relax around the house, watch films, pay attention to music, and dance in their kitchen. However, there is work to do. Justin wishes that Hailey would take a tiny bit of pressure off herself. He said that she is attempting to be this adult, so he figured that they could be hitched and still have a good time and partake in their pre-adulthood. We wish well for the beautiful couple and hope that they lead a happy married life. That's all with the video. Do you love Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin as a couple? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Until the next video, stay tuned and subscribe for more.